The former Wyoming superintendent of public instruction admits under oath that he lied to the press about spending public money on a political event. In his last shift before retirement, a canine officer with terminal cancer makes a huge drug bust. And the University of Wyoming football team will bring in nearly $2 million to play a mismatched game this weekend against the Texas Longhorns. Bringing you these stories and more from Wyoming's largest news organization, I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily. Well, it's not every day one of Wyoming's former top state officials takes the witness stand in court and admits that he lied to the press. That's what happened Thursday when former Superintendent of Public Instruction Brian Schrader was questioned in a civil lawsuit filed in Laramie County District Court about how the department handled public records requests under his watch. Testifying under oath, Schrader admitted he lied to the press when he said public money wasn't spent on a political event he hosted last fall. Schrader admitted Thursday that public money had already been spent on the event by the time he told members of the press that it hadn't. He offered a jumbled excuse for the discrepancy, saying that at the time he didn't understand the state's procurement processes. Ary, a 6.5-year-old German Shepherd canine deputy with the Laramie County Sheriff's Office, retired this week. And on his very last shift before retirement, Ary found a 40-pound pot stash. But crime reporter Claire McFarland says the victory was bittersweet for his handler, Sergeant Jesse Grimm, because Ary has terminal cancer.
He only has a month or two to live, according to the veterinarians, but it's not an easy transition for him. He lives to hop into that patrol car and keep an eye on his deputy partner. And so it won't be easy, but this way he'll have some restful final days.
The Laramie County Sheriff's Office held a heartfelt ceremony for the canine agent Wednesday, and Grimm bought him for $1 from the department. Elk, like grizzly bears, aren't commonly thought of as Great Plains animals, yet both species have roots in the vast prairies. And just as grizzlies have been reclaiming some of their flatland habitat in Montana, elk herds have been growing in Nebraska, according to Outdoors reporter Mark Hines.
Some of the issues they're having there mirror what's going on in Wyoming. Elk getting onto private land, tearing up crops, hunters wanting to get them, but maybe having trouble getting access. So it's on a smaller scale because they've only got about 2,500 elk in the entire state.
Hines reports that the majority of the Nebraska elk likely migrated there from Wyoming and Colorado. I'll be back with more news right after this.
At Hilltop Bank, we understand that buying a home is a big decision. That's why we're here to be your trusted partner on the path to home ownership. Our experienced mortgage team will guide you every step of the way, from pre-approval to closing. We offer competitive rates and a wide variety of home loan options to best suit your needs. With our local knowledge and personalized service, you'll feel confident and comfortable throughout the entire home buying process. Contact us today to start your journey toward home ownership. Hilltop Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, Wyoming is partnering with a nuclear energy technology company to look at the possibility of using small-scale nuclear reactors to provide industrial energy. Cowboy State Daily's Kevin Kilo reports that the technology could provide a lot of low-cost, carbon dioxide-free energy to power Wyoming's industries, such as its trona mines.
The thing about nuclear is it's not just about providing electricity, it provides direct heat, and that's very important in industrial processes. So this would provide carbon-free energy, greatly reduce cost, greatly clean up Wyoming's energy, and it could be a big deal.
Wyoming has the largest deposit of trona in the world, and the state's mines supply about 90% of America's demand. China is among the biggest competitors to Wyoming's trona industry, and lowering the cost of production would increase the industry's competitiveness. And by all accounts, when the University of Wyoming takes the football field against the number 4 ranked Texas Longhorns Saturday, the Cowboys will be way overmatched. Why would the directors of these programs set themselves up to be blown out? Well, because they get paid for it, according to Cowboy State Daily's Greg Johnson.
Because it's a non-conference game and it's usually on what's called a bye schedule where they would have no game that day unless they decide to play each other. UW gets to share in the revenues from that game, which means that they're going to get $1.85 million for playing this game. It's just part of the economics of college football.
If you like to wager on games, Las Vegas odds makers have UW as 28.5-point underdogs. And that's today's news. If you're ready to unlock your daily dose of Wyoming, sign up for the Cowboy State Daily newsletter to stay in the know. Some of the best local reporting in the Cowboy State will be delivered to your inbox daily. Just sign up at www.cowboystatedaily.com. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily.